All right, so now you and I get to talk about one of my favorite, well, at least most frequent topics these days, which is the TV streaming boom.
Ooh, okay, I love that we are just talking about shopping and TV.
So you said earlier that you thought TV had changed and it had changed how you watched video.
Well, yeah.
Like, what did you mean by that?
Well, by TV, I assume you mean all the streaming apps that I subscribe to?
However you define it.
That's how I define it. For me, it's something on the big screen that I choose to watch. That's TV. My go-tos are Netflix, Prime Video, and of course, YouTube. I told you I'm a psycho. But yes, it's true.
I
It's true.
appreciate that.
The big three for me.
Ah, interesting. Yeah. Well, and so that's such a funny thing, right? Because you said all the streaming apps, right? And it's true that there's a lot to keep track of.
So many.
But then you named three. And that's what we see across the board, right? Which is that, interestingly, 75% of viewership is concentrated in the top 5 apps.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I have great taste, and so does everybody else. Got it.
We believe the world is going to continue to be pretty concentrated, and it's simply that the concentration will exist in platforms where it used to exist in networks.
So platforms become the new broadcasters, huh? Like, do you predict
essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you predict that YouTube will be one of them?
I assume I assume that's my chance to give a shameless plug.
Yes.
I appreciate that softball.
Get it.
Thank you.
You deserve it. You earned it.
But I'll try to offer you, I guess, something insightful, which is just to share that 1 in 3 hours of CTV that's consumed right now on a television is happening on YouTube.
Wow.
And it's a lot, right? I mean, that's 40% of all ad-supported watch time, right? And the next platform, it's not close. So, I mean, yeah, I think YouTube's going to be a part of the foreseeable future.
I set you up. I'm glad I threw that ball at you
totally
and you hit it right out of the park, bro.
With humility, right?
Yeah. That's a crazy amount of time spent on YouTube and on TV screens. Like, what are they watching when they're watching on the big screen?
Well, I mean, I think as you'd expect, they're watching more sort of lean back content and they're watching more content together, right? So we see a lot of movies, a lot of music. And of course, the beauty of YouTube is that everybody's content is personalized for them. It's interesting because the research totally backs this up. I mean, when you talk about how the definition of TV has changed, 70% of people, when you ask them like, what is good content? They just say something that's personal and relevant to me.
Yeah, something that feels good to watch late at night, which is ASMR for me, and I'm disgusting. Ask your kids what ASMR is. But of course, that's only possible because of the amazing creators, not to be humble again, but who produce diverse, relevant, and exciting content every day.
Do you know that we recently announced that over 2 million creators now make their living on YouTube?
Whoa.
I know.
On behalf of all of them, as the speaker of all creators, thank you so much.
Well, thank you, right? And we can't live without each other. So we are incredibly grateful. Yeah. And we showed that in the $30 billion that we paid out to creators over the last 3 years. It helps, right? In all seriousness, like there is a virtuous flywheel where, you guys create amazing content that viewers love to consume, and it helps everybody invest in what they're passionate about.
So Tara, I would love to get more of an inside scoop about how people engage with creators and content on the TV screen in particular. Is it any different from how they engage on those other devices?
Frankly, it's a really big mix because there's a lot of content that, as we were talking about earlier, people are sort of like leaning back, sitting and watching, especially with other people. But frankly, there's also things that people are leaning in for because they're searching for something that they need in that moment.
Okay, speaking of need, I need to get in my flow today. So let me just... Okay, so this is Yoga with Adrienne. She's a Texan-based yogi. As a Texan-based yogi myself, I adore her.
Inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale, wiggle the fingertips and rain it all the way down to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find length in the spine. Soft knees and exhale. Slow and steady here to fold.
So this is what we would call lean forward content.
Tara, that was funny. Don't come for my job. So what does lean back content look like? Is it this?
So actually, it's a little bit more like this. You see?
Nope, I do.
This is why people spend 150% more time watching YouTube on TV than in other environments.
What? It was an emergency evacuation. Life raft of the pipe.
I used to exclusively watch from my phone or computer on my own, but now that I watch on TV more and more, it's more of like a shared experience, just like the one we're having.
Absolutely, and we see that everywhere.
Right.
60% of YouTube CTV viewers watch with other people. People connect more deeply when they share content they love, and it's not like we wouldn't have done that before.
Right.
This is just a much easier, more direct way to do it.
Yes.